Hello and welcome again to another episode of Nerf News, your number one source for Nerf news on the net. I'm your host, Drac. This is my Knicks t-shirt, and let's get right into it. So, lots to talk about. I have 5 tabs open. Try not to read ahead in today's script, but let's go ahead and talk about this now. I am going to see if I can't blow it up just a little bit for us, and that seems pretty good, pretty adequate. So, we've obviously got one up top, one on below, and this is the new Nerf rival, HYPNOS. Now, the HYPNOS is going to be like a tactical shotgun, and this is really, really exciting because it's our first magazine-fed pump-action shotgun, complete with like all the bells and whistles that we want, from rail attachments to an actual like relatively comfortable pump grip here, to a stock with stock attachment point, like an actual comfortable stock. I don't believe this is going to be an extendable stock. I think that it's fixed length, but stock attachment point means you can put whatever, you can have whatever you like. But overall, the ergonomics of this blaster is solid. It's a very comfortable blaster. You're just gonna have to trust me. Like, it's really, really sweet. Price point, I'm actually not sure on. Release date, I'm pretty sure is going to be next year, which means realistically we should start getting these leaked late this year, but it does have the nomenclature for next year. Now, it is magazine fed, which is good. It means rival mags aren't going away. It is the 12 round. It is the P90 style, like tuck in, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's the only thing I don't like about this blaster. If this blaster just had like a mag well right here that, like, even at an angle, or, I mean, better yet, something through the handle, I think it'd be perfect. I would probably never need another pump action Springer. So, like, with the Hades coming in at $70, $60, $70, I think it's 70. I honestly can't remember. I've bought one and Hasbro sent me one, full disclosure. I can't remember what the Hades costs right now. It's somewhere between 60 and 70. Realistically, I think that this is going to be $30 plus or minus. I'd love to see it down at EAT levels, but the rival brand comes with a price premium. So I imagine that since this is like the Rampage EAT of rival, there's probably going to be 30 to 40-ish. And that's just me spitballing. That doesn't come from the mothership. Like, obviously, we are looking at a super grainy photo from China. There's no guaranteeing what could happen here. But this is good news because the Phantom Core line, while it does look cool and it is amazing for painting, is not necessarily amazing for, like, teams. So it's great to see that we are still getting some debut blasters in Team Red and Team Blue, aka the right team and the wrong team. So that's pretty awesome. Overall, I think this blaster is a solid offering. It's great to see, like, you keep asking with rival, like, we took this and we evolved this and we took this and we evolved this. Where are they going to go from there? And this just fills a niche. It's compact, it's comfortable, it's going to perform well. I don't like the P90 magazine style loading and unloading, but I know that a ton of people do. So, like, I'm not going to diss on it too terribly much. I am looking forward to, like, really putting it through its paces at SE&C play, but this is going to be a fine offering at a very fair price point with no batteries required. Nothing at all, like, bad to say about this. I'm thrilled that it's coming in colors. I do want to point out that the Chronoses should be arriving in their red and blue packs very, very soon. Looking forward to those as well. Just a lot of great stuff coming out of Rival. They keep delivering the hits, which is good, because I think that I don't know if it's their top selling market segment for Nerf right now, but, like, I know it performs very, very well. Like, I know it performs stellar. So we're going to keep getting rival blasters as long as we keep buying rival blasters. And we're going to keep buying rival blasters because they're awesome. So this is good. The gravy train keeps running. We get little innovations and tweaks and tricks. And before we know it, the full line of rival offerings is going to have something for literally everybody. The only thing that we're missing is younger Nerfers, because unfortunately rival blasters are hard to prime, but that's part of what makes them so amazing, is their performance. So the last time, and I am wearing my t-shirt available on plastictreedesigns.com, the last time I mentioned Kickstarter to you, I think in a news segment I was talking about how grateful I was that the Knicks cage was fully funded. I'm super duper happy about the Knicks cage project. I am currently working on the second production run of them, so expect them to show up with my retailers, Out of Darts and Foam Blast, very, very soon. I think Out of Darts might still have like 2 or 3 of the original run left, so if you're looking to get a Knicks cage, that's going to be it for run 1. Now run 2 is just a continuation of the serial numbers. The feedback was so good, I see no reason to adapt them quite yet. But this time, I just want to thank you guys for successfully funding Tooth and Nail. So Tooth and Nail is going on right now. There's 22 days left as of this video. It's a humongous upgrade to your Caliburn system in terms of overall feel and durability. And I mean, performance and durability for sure, but the overall comfort and sound of the blaster is improved. And if you're already like really invested in the Caliburn platform, this is almost a must-buy, in my opinion. But I was a little bit nervous. I'm not ashamed to admit that. My first Kickstarter, I made a part for a blaster that literally has millions of units in the world. Like, you could go anywhere on the planet and find a Strife at this point, including Japan. Congratulations to you, Japan, for finally opening up and accepting the Nerf love into your borders. Super good for you. But this was far, far more risky. This is making a niche product for a niche market of makers, like a blaster that realistically has a little over 1,000 units worldwide. Like, very risky. And the support that you guys have shown on the project is very meaningful to me. Thank you so much for that support. Just knowing that it's going to fund is a huge weight off my shoulders. It lets me like really enjoy the first part of my October and focus on projects and professional work and all sorts of stuff. So like, just from the bottom of my undead, unbeating heart, like, thank you so much for fully funding Tooth and Nail so early in its process, I guess. I'll show you guys real quick. I have updated a few times. I do have samples of some of my prototypes down here in the red and the clear anodization. Like I said, we brought back the black from Project Nyx, and it just looks incredible. These parts are so gorgeous. I knew that we had to make enough of them for everybody, and to be funded is just like, thank you guys so much. There is still time to get in on it, and I can make as many as I have to fuel everybody's lust. But if you're interested in Tooth and Nail, amazing. If you've already supported it, seriously, seriously, thank you. And if you aren't super interested in building your own Caliburn, this is the first time in 3 years, and I know I've said this ad nauseum at this point, but this is the first time in 3 years that I'm actually taking contract work. I will build an entire Caliburn just for you using the parts from Tooth and Nail, so you'll get a top shelf Springer homemade primary from my workshop. If that's something that you've been waiting for as a commission from me, that is, I'm not going to say it's never going to happen again, but it's a very rare offering, and this was a way that I could do that pretty safely. So that's going on as well. Speaking of fully bespoke metal parts, just as a fun fact, by the way, I had a transition and I forgot about it because I'm so excited about Tooth and Nail. But HYPNOS is the Greek god of sleep, and his mother is actually Nyx, the Greek goddess of the night. And so like I thought that was a cool transition. And then I was going to be like, my next transition is, speaking of custom, bespoke, made in America CNC machined parts, my buddies over at Containment Crew have launched their pre-order for their Tsunami cage. I think it would be unfair to like compare the Nyx cage and the Tsunami cage. They are different. They are designed to do different things. They're at slightly different price points, and they have completely different fits and finishes. But the Tsunami cage is gorgeous in its own right. It's doing very cool stuff. It comes with unique launch edition wheels if you're willing to pay for them, and it's a very low profile cage. I'm trying so hard not to compare the two. The Tsunami cage is really neat. In addition to serializing their Tsunami cages, which you can pre-order to reserve a number, they are also allowing you to engrave something on the back. So you can't get number 13. Sorry, but there are lots of numbers still available. I know that like my buddy Bobololo always gets number 69 because he's a goof like that. My buddy Spam always takes like 42 and 84. But other than that, like, I know that a lot of numbers are still available, and there is still plenty of time to hop in on that Tsunami pre-order. And then on a more somber note, to end this Nerf news, because I like to keep these as quick as I can, I recognize that we're pushing 10 minutes at this point, and I'm sorry. I do just want to let you know that things are getting a little bit tougher and tougher for my good friend Rob Lair. I actually have to move myself now. Out there in Springfield, like, he's Do I edit this out? I don't think I edited it out. Like, genuine emotion is good on YouTube. Shoot. Um, Things are tough for Rob. He's dealing with a lot of stuff. He's had some interactions with like law enforcement, which I know have been really, really stressful for him. I don't want to get into his personal business too terribly much, but like I know that for him, like financing his dream is really, really difficult right now. There have been numerous attempts to kind of crowdfund to help him get through this stage and this transition in his filmmaking career and whatnot. Um, some of those initiatives have gone sideways, obviously, but I know for a fact that the thing that's most important to Rob is this movie. It means a lot to him. It means a lot to me, and it is free on Amazon. So if you have a minute, or if you don't have a minute, like it, I think it's well worth watching if you're super passionate about our hobby. And I will put links to everything in the description box below. I'll put links to Tooth and Nail. I'll put links to my retailers. I have no idea where this image came from. I think that Marcus Chan out in China sent it over, so I can't link you to the HYPNOS image or what have you. I will link you to Containment Crew's pre-order, and I will put the Thunderdome Amazon link in the description box as well. If you have Prime, seriously, give it a watch. I know that more than anything, supporting this project helps make Rob's life a little bit easier, and it does put some money in his pocket, which is huge at this point right now. So I think that I've covered everything. I'm gonna try and get through my day. The only other thing, I mean, I guess we can do this. This will be a fun way to end this video. So I am super duper excited. In the next coming 2 or 3 days, I have a major video coming out where I got the opportunity to work for a part of Hasbro that means a ton to me. I never thought I'd get the opportunity to work with this particular department of Hasbro, but I'm so passionate about it and so excited about the work that I'm getting to do that I dyed my hair for the first time in my life. So I've got these like super funky streaks and stuff going on, and you're welcome to make fun of my new YouTuber hair in the description box or in the comments below if you've got to. But that covers everything. I love you guys. Thanks for all the support, all the love. The Nerf community, despite all of its little dark secrets, is by far and above, like, I don't know, I love being a part of this community. Much love. Nerf on. Drac out.